Tonight on NZ Phone Reviews, we're going to be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S. Okay, so tonight when we review the Samsung Galaxy S, we're going to take a little bit of a look around the phone first. Okay, so on the front, we've got our 4.0 inch screen, we've got our options, our home, we've got our back, and we've got our search. Up here we've got the speaker grill. I've done a few calls. It's actually quite loud and clear. We've got our little 1.3 megapixel camera up there. Okay, so turning over, we've got our 5 megapixel camera with a 720p HD video. Over here on this side, we've got our speaker grill. Then we've got, over here, we've got our little key charm bracelet, little bit, whatever you want to call it. We've got our volume rockers just here. Nothing else. And we've got this kind of curve and silver look to the sides. Over this side, we've got our power lock button, which power locks it up, of course. Did I mention before that these buttons light up down here so you can see them at night? Down here we've got a little bit where you can take the back off, which I showed you before. It's just got a plasticky kind of back on it. Put that to the side. So it's actually quite good because you can stick your SIM card in here without having to take the battery out, which drives me nuts when you have to take the battery out. Over here we've got a micro SD card slot up to 32 gigabytes. Which is quite good. You can store quite a bit of memory on that. So putting the case back on, easy, just click it back in like that. And so there's no lock button, but it stays on really, really well. Okay. And on the top, we've got our 1.5mm headphone jack, which is just a standard headphone jack for these days. Up here, we've got our micro USB charging port, which is standard on every smartphone pretty much now. We haven't seen many that are different. Okay, so taking a little bit of a look on the device. So it packs a 1500 mAh battery, which is quite good considering its size. It's actually it's a reasonable battery amount. So you get about a day use out of it. It's not a heavy gamer's phone, which you probably won't heavy game on this. It's probably more for checking your emails, making a few calls, making a Facebook update, taking some photos and sharing them. It can go from 1 to 16 gigabytes, and then you've got the micro SD up to 32 gigabytes. It's got loudspeaker, yes. It's 480 times 800 pixels, 4-inch screen with a 233 ppi pixel density. It was first released in 2010 on the 4th of June, which actually came out with the iPhone 3GS. I'll just give you a little bit of an example there. So you've got the iPhone 3GS and you have got the Samsung Galaxy S. Okay, going back to it anyway. So you've got the processor for a 1.0 GHz dual-core processor. You've got the available colours for only black, and it just takes the standard regular SIM. It takes no others. Okay, so what else have we got? We've got so that's a A5 Cortex chip, and we'll take a little bit of a look into the phone now. Okay, so like I said, we're going to take a little bit of a look around the device. So down the bottom, you've got your standard buttons. You've got your home, options, and down here you've got your return and search button. They're just pretty standard. They light up so you can see them at night, but they disappear when you're not using them. And then next up on our taskbar a little bit here, we've got our phone, contacts, messaging, and applications. We've got a screen which can support widgets, shortcuts, folders, and wallpapers. In wallpapers, you have gallery, live wallpapers, or just wallpaper gallery, which is Samsung made ones. So going into your application drawer, you have the standard new message, navigation, Play Store, Samsung apps, Google search settings, social hub, talk, task manager, videos, voice dialer, voice recorder, voice search. Going back over to the next one, you've got your calculator, calendar, camera, clock, downloads, email, Facebook, gallery, Gmail, internet, local, then you've got your maps, memo, music, and my files, and then it goes on to your apps. So we're just going to have a little bit of a look around the store. Okay, it's alright, we're just going to have a little look about. So let's say we want to launch calculator. Okay, so the calculator is pretty standard, you can just do all your stuff on it. Let's have a go at phone. So we say we want to launch the phone, so pretty standard. So you can call, you can video call. Yeah, video calling is available on the Samsung Galaxy S. And then you've got message and back. Okay. Also, you also have your log, favorites, and contacts, as you can tell. Up here, you will have your Wi-Fi data, Bluetooth, GPS, and flashlight. So, and it tells you what network you're on also, and it tells you your notifications. This will come through with messaging, Facebook, and pretty much all the notifications that you'll get. Let's have a look at, so the calendar. Okay, so you got the standard calendar. You can go month, you can go week, you can go day, you can plan out your schedule here, you can go list. I'll just tell you everything, so you can scroll out. Okay, so up on this little bit up here, so you've got how much service you've got how much battery you've got. The battery shows the percentage, which is really good, so I'm on 80% now. It's got your time up there, you can set in 24-hour time if you need. Okay, so let's have a little look at, say, a new message, and I'll show you the keyboard. So we'll go over here and we'll go new message. Okay, so as you can tell, it's just a standard keyboard. So this is swipe I've got on here at the moment. If I want to change, I hold down, go input method, and I'll change it to Samsung keypad. So we'll launch that up. So you just got the standard. I actually prefer the Samsung keyboard. It actually really is quite a good keyboard. Very easy to text on. You've got your settings down here for that, and you can change your to projective and whatever you need. Okay, let's have a little look at some more applications. Okay, so let's check out meme. Okay, so say we want to make a meme. So we've just got a standard meme, and then you go save, and it'll save right there. Okay, let's go into another application. Say we want to go into music. I don't actually have any music on it at the moment, but this is where all your songs will go, and you can display them. Playlist. And it's got quite a good speaker grill on it, so you can play pretty well. And up the top, you probably you can't see, it's got the little 1.5mm headphone jack. So what else could we look at? Say settings. Okay, so it's got the pretty basic standard settings as all Android devices do. Wireless networks, call settings, sound display, etc, etc. So you've just got all that. So about the phone, let's go into it. So status, phone number, signal, etc. Battery use, see what's been happening in your battery. Legal information, system tutorial, model number, firmware version 2.3.6, which is the standard one which comes on it when it was launched in 2010. So you've got your dock settings, voice input, and all of that. So you can go into your wireless networks, check your Wi-Fi, mobile network, APN settings, and all of that. Okay, let's look at one more application before we head off. Let's play a game to see what that's like. Let's start with Doodle Jump. Okay, it's a little bit slower at launching, so as I said, it's not a heavy gamer's phone at all. It's just for maybe basic games like Doodle Jump or something that you want to play. So we'll just check this. It's just loading. Okay, so let's play. Let's say we want to play Space. So it just loads in between. It's not ultra fast like a Samsung Galaxy S4 or any of those. Okay, as you can see, I'm not that great when I'm trying to make a video. So you can see it's actually quite a good pace that it's going at. It's not slow or anything, but it does tend to slow down a little bit when it wants to. It just gets a little bit angry. Okay, so that's all about for now. And yeah, be sure next week to be checking out the iPhone 3GS. So as you can tell just here, iPhone 3GS right beside it. We'll be checking out this next week to review. So be sure to tune in next week, and you guys remember to hit the subscribe button below, and wish you everyone well. Good night. Bye.